And we had a dog at that point who didn't do well in the car, and we'd had to drug the dog to get it down to Sanibel. Well, the drugs are just now starting to wear off, and now I'm feeding the dog more drugs.
To get back in the car again.
And it's not really taking effect, so I gave it some more. And so
Oh, no.
it took it like an extra 3 days to come off of the drug.
He got his week vacation.
Oh,
still.
man. Gosh.
He was tripping.
Yes, he was.
Hey, this is the Williams Brothers Podcast.
I'm Gar.
I'm Steven.
I'm Neil.
I'm Shaler.
I was almost Shaler. See, I was about to say Shaler. Whatever we say, Shay's like, I can fix that. Don't worry. I can fix that too.
It's okay, I can fix that. So we're talking about vacations, is that right?
Yes.
Best vacation, worst vacation.
Thought we were talking hot dogs this week.
No, that was last week.
We did hot dogs.
I got this great hot dog story now.
Were you on vacation?
I was not on vacation.
Oh, okay.
No,
Sorry.
no.
You'll save that for the next hot dog session.
Okay.
I'm curious about vacations though. Do you like plan your vacation at the beginning of the year? So January, you've got it all mapped out, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, or is this more spontaneous kind of thing?
Last year, I did. Last year, I was so ready for a vacation and as many vacations as I could get that I literally went through the year and figured out how I could get the most days in a row each time. So I never took 5 days. It was always 4 or 3 to get a whole week. And so I got like 4 weeks off and then a couple of days last year. And every single one of my full week vacations was ruined by COVID.
Oh, my God.
Either somebody had it and came over to our house, or we got it, or something, but every single one of them. So this year, we're halfway through the year. We haven't even planned a vacation time yet. We don't know when we're taking off yet. So.
We just plan out of frustration. Vacations are expensive. There's never a good time. And so one of us will be sitting in the bed with the laptop in our lap and looking at flights and prices and hotels. And the other one will say, so how much is it? And it turns into a conversation of, okay, I'm going to book it. I'm going to book it. Okay, I'm going to book it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly in 3 weeks or 6 weeks, we're going on vacation.
Yeah.
Awesome. We usually are more spur of the moment. This year, we actually planned some vacations. I've got a friend at work who, she's big on always using all of her vacation. So it's a good influence on the rest of us. So this year, we did have a couple planned. Last year for my birthday, Robin got tickets to the CMA Fest in Nashville. We've talked about going for years, and that's coming up here in a couple of weeks. But a lot of times we just, it's just sort of like we need a break. What's coming up and when's a good time to go? And we, run down to Disney or something like that. So
I think most of our vacations, we don't even vacate. We just stay here and just don't go to work,
it's a staycation.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just not having to worry about work for a week is a vacation, even if you don't go anywhere. And then this last weekend, so every now and then we do these things called mystery dates. We won't tell the other partner, where we're going to go, what we're going to do. And Dawn's done a few, like where we've gone to Buford Highway here was one of them, where we ate international food all the way up and down Buford Highway because there's all these different restaurants from different countries there. And then I did one where we went to Savannah and saw dolphins and rode our boat. And then this past weekend, we went to Orlando to Universal and saw the Psychedelic Furs in concert. And that was awesome. I mean, they are elderly, a little bit elderly. I mean, I don't know how old they are, but the guy, the lead singer, he came out looking like an 80s guy, but he's a lot older.
He was 80, huh? So
what he came off looking like was he had these glasses on and he had these big baggy pants, just flowing, almost like a dress. And then this like blousy looking shirt and then a jacket on over it. It looked cool, like a rock star would have on, except he was a little older. And plus he had a lot of hair and it was kind of gray. So what it looked like when he first came out was grandma coming out. I mean, it really did. And I don't say it with any disrespect because he sounded perfect. I mean, exactly like I remember hearing him. Anyways, great concert.
around the horn and we'll talk about the worst vacation experience you've ever had. And then we'll maybe hit on the better ones for our listening audience so that if they hadn't made plans this summer.
Things not to do.
We did a Gatlinburg cabin once as a vacation, and it was Robin's idea. Had never done it before. The boys were teenagers, and Haley was a little bit younger, and it was. I won't say we ever had a worst vacation, but the age the boys were, and their not being so excited about going to a cabin for vacation made it a challenging one. And the memory of that vacation is that every picture we took with the boys in it, Matthew wanted to shoot a bird. And I wouldn't usually see it until after the picture's taken. And so I had to go back and crop out some middle fingers and things. It was, that age, they get to that age where it's just, what buttons can I push with Dad? So,
Yeah.
That's funny. It was great otherwise.
They didn't want to go to a quiet mountain secluded getaway.
Yeah, imagine that.
Let the
They had their skateboards with them. So
they have their skateboards.
yeah, they did. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
The gravel parking lot was perfect for skateboarding. So,
Right.
teenagers in the mountains, I would say don't do it. Just me.
That's a no.
That's a no.
This was another one of these mystery date things, which now I'm starting to realize most of mine are like trips. But we did one where I wanted to get on a train and just ride an Amtrak train. Because I'm thinking, I rode one a long time ago from between Charleston and Savannah. And I thought, we'll get in the dining car and sit at a table and have some breakfast, and it'll be so nice.
Yeah.
At least the train that comes through Atlanta is not like that at all. It's like a bus is what it's like, and not a real nice bus either. And so I thought, well, let's get up and go to the dining car. At least there'll be that bright spot, right? So we get to the dining car, and it's not a place where you sit down. It's a stainless steel counter with a guy behind it with a microwave and a bunch of like sandwiches you would find at 7-Eleven or something that he's going to put in the microwave for you. And it wasn't at all what we thought. And the closest place we could go on the train was Toccoa, Georgia, which when I think of Toccoa, I think of Toccoa Falls. It's beautiful. But unfortunately, because we were taking the train there, we couldn't get to Toccoa Falls because it's too far outside of town to walk. So we were in Toccoa proper. And we get off the train and we had a little bed and breakfast, which was great food there. And you could sit on the porch and see the train station. So that was kind of fun. You see the train coming and going. We went to find a place to eat. There's all these restaurants, all closed. We found one that was still open and was going to close at 3:00. And we ate there. And
like
then
a Sunday or something?
no, it was a weekday. It was a weird, odd day. I mean, just a weird vibe from the whole town, It just seemed weird. The one cool thing was there was a radio station with a real human being in it on the radio, and you could stand outside and watch them do their show or whatever. So that was fun. We were out there waving at the radio station person or whatever. It was fun. We had to walk everywhere. That was a little different. And we stayed in this bed and breakfast, and there was a big cockroach in our room, and we named him. I can't remember what his name was, but we named him. He was like our little pet while we were there.
Yeah,
Great.
good.
It was good times.
Excellent.
It was fun.
Mm.
So, there's a heck of a good museum there too. There's the Airborne Museum, like Band of Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They took the stables that the Band of Brothers, if you've ever seen that HBO series, they have the stables from the UK that they used as their home base. They moved the whole stables to this museum in Toccoa
That's cool.
Wow.
because that's where they trained, I guess, back in World War II.
Yeah, your train story made me think a little bit of like watching a movie and seeing people on airplanes, getting meals brought to them, wearing
Right.
dresses and suits. And then you actually ride a plane and you're like,
Yeah.
here are peanuts,
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, yeah.
We took the kids to Washington, D.C. when they weren't too young. They were, old enough to appreciate it. Our big mistake was we went in July. Had never been to Washington, D.C. to just do sightseeing, but got a hotel in D.C. in the district there. And we could see the Washington Monument from the, room of the hotel and all that, and planned what we were going to do. There's a lot of things to see there. And you get out there and it's hot. And all the buildings are made of stone, and that stone heats up. And then you got like stone heat coming at you from 4 different, it's like you're in an oven, right?
Yeah.
It was brutally hot. So it reminded me a lot of being at Disney World, because you're just looking for air conditioning, right? I just need to get inside somewhere
Right.
Yeah.
to go to air conditioning.
Right.
We had another vacation where we took the kids to the beach. We went down to Sanibel, and one of my family members about 2 days in got sick enough to where we had to go home.
Oh, man.
So, we were going to be there a week on the beach, and we had all this stuff planned, and they got sick enough to where, okay, we got to go back. And we had a dog at that point who didn't do well in the car, and we'd had to drug the dog to get it down to Sanibel. Well, the drugs are just now starting to wear off, and now I'm feeding the dog more drugs.
To get back in the car again.
And it's not really taking effect, so I gave it some more. And so
no.
it took it like an extra 3 days to come off of the drug.
He got his week vacation.
Oh,
still.
man. Gosh.
He was tripping.
Yes, he was. So,
So what about best vacations?
we went up to the Northeast. We've had good vacations, but this one, I guess, really stands out. So we flew into Buffalo, New York, and we drove to Pennsylvania. My wife has some relatives in Pennsylvania. She grew up in a really small town in western Pennsylvania. So we stayed with her relatives, walked around this old town, which it hasn't changed since my wife was a girl, but walked around and just looked at all the old stuff in the town, which was really cool. From there, went to Niagara Falls. If you've not been to Niagara Falls, you need to go to Niagara Falls. So we pull up into the parking lot. It's raining. Just like misting raining. We're thinking, gosh, it's so weird that it's raining. Well, it's the updraft that's carrying the mist of the falls up and over the parking lot, so it wasn't raining at all.
Wow.
But we went to the Canada side of Niagara Falls, which is a little bit nicer. Just amazing. So much like history of so many things around there, and the falls itself. We took the boat, not Maiden of the Mist, because I think that's the American side. So we took the Canadian version of that, whatever. Same difference, right? You put on the ponchos and get up close to the falls. Just a great trip, great places to eat. Ate at this place. What was it called? It's like a rotating restaurant that's way up high above the falls at night.
Oh, wow.
And then we also took a day and drove to Toronto. Man, what a beautiful city. It's huge, friendly, clean. I mean, we just had a blast. Highly recommended. Great getaway. For kids, maybe not so much, but for just the two of you, yeah, it's a great trip. I'd definitely go back and do it again.
Best vacation for me, I think, was our honeymoon. We went to Jamaica. That was the best because it was one of those things where it's all inclusive. We literally planned the honeymoon before we planned the wedding. We didn't know like anything about the wedding yet, but we had the honeymoon down. And so it was completely paid for and done before we even thought about the wedding. Mm-hmm. And so we got married on a Saturday. It was a do-it-yourself deal where we showed up and decorated ourselves, and Gar and Neil helped out with that. And Dad helped me put up the arch, we got married under and all that. It was just fun.
It was terrific.
We had a good time. So after it's all over, we had to pack everything up, take it back to our apartment, unload it into the apartment, arrange for things to get picked up and taken back. We got done with that about midnight, I guess, hauling stuff into the apartment. And then about 1:00, we checked into a hotel at Atlanta Airport. We slept for about 2 hours and then had to get up and go on like a 6 a.m. flight. Just completely tired. No idea what's going on. Can barely put a sentence together.
Yeah.
We end up in Jamaica after an hour-long ride. We got there, and she's like, "What's your confirmation number?" So, we just flew for I don't know how long. We're in another country. where we just rode in a taxi for an hour and heard all about everything that grows there and who, there's Bob Marley's house and all that. And so then we get there and she asked me for my confirmation number. I pull my phone out. Of course I don't have internet. I'm in another country. It was sort of like I really thought they were going to tell me, well, you got to go back. But sorry, no confirmation number. But luckily it was Jamaica. So their answer to everything is, it's not a problem, man. It's not a problem. Relax.
Awesome.
So then they're like, go have a glass of wine. We'll get you ready. No problem. But the whole trip was like that. It was just like all paid for. You're not paying for anything. You're just eating and laying on the beach and relaxing and swimming and drinking dirty bananas and eating as much food as you want, anytime you want. I mean, it was just like, it was a dream. It was really amazing. And it didn't matter how much we paid because it was probably 4 months ago that we paid it. So we didn't even remember how much it was, let alone care at that point.
Yeah.
So it was really the most relaxing. And we didn't do anything. The only thing we did was we went snorkeling and we went to see the sunset at Rick's, which is this like cliff diving restaurant thing, bar thing.
Yeah.
Everybody goes and watches the sunset and then they go home.
Neat.
Yeah, it was awesome. And there were a lot of people who were like, we went whitewater rafting and we climbed a mountain. What'd you guys do? Oh, we sat on the beach again and drank dirty bananas. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah, we had a cruise like that. The all inclusive. It's a great thing. The cruise was the same way. Of course, you pay and then you're on the cruise, and sure they have all these activities and you could do them or not, and eat whenever you want and drink whenever you want. And so that was by far the most relaxing because we didn't even. I think maybe we had an internet where we could check email once in a while, but there was none of this on the internet all the time or knowing what's going on all the time. It was just me and Robin were just out doing nothing, laying by the pool or eating or just sleeping. And the way to sum it up best really was, on the elevator, they have the day of the week printed on the floor, like in the carpet, and they change it each day. And that was really when I was on vacation. When I was like, hey, look, it's Wednesday. Oh, okay. That's when I know I was on vacation.
We saw people walking past our little cabin because there were like little cabins in Jamaica. And they were walking with their luggage, and they just looked like so sad. You could tell they were going home, and it was like, oh man, I gotta go home. It was really, and every time we saw that, we're like, our day's coming.
That's right.
Better enjoy this.
Live for the moment, for
Yeah.
sure. Exactly.
If money were not an object, what would be your dream vacation?
You mean you guys actually think about money when you go on vacation? Really? Really?
Me, I think our plan is our like big vacation of a lifetime type of situation is we're going to go to Ireland and the UK and Germany and maybe like some other Eastern European country that's, like a really old Eastern European country where the architecture is really amazing and like that little tiny, what's the tiny country that's in the Olympics every year?
Luxembourg or something like that? Or
Yeah, Luxembourg. Yeah, something like that where you get to see, I don't know, just all that just, buildings that are way older than the United States is and way more sophisticated than anything that's that old in the United States would be. So.
I don't know about dream. I mean, London would be cool, or even any like the UK in general. New Zealand would be very cool. Our problem is you have to be on an airplane for more than 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Man, I'm waiting for the like Star Trek transporter where you can just be there.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. But that would be cool. That would be good.
We talked about go to Rome and see all the sites. I went a long, long time ago. And then we also thought about Dinkelsbühl.
Oh, yeah.
Dinkelsbühl in Germany. I've been to Kiel, Germany, up on the coast. And so I thought I'd time it right. Kiel Week is a big celebration in Germany where you just drink beer in beer gardens. And
Who'd have
I'm
thunk?
not sure what else you're supposed to do. But that's all we did. But yeah, so Kiel Week. Go to Rome, see all the sites, the Vatican, all that good stuff, and then top it off with a little Dinkelsbühl, if I can find an interpreter to go. So
Nothing like a little Dinklesbuell.
We're definitely going to Dinklesbuell, and we're going to Wolfsburg. Is that where they make the Volkswagens?
I think so. Yeah.
Wolfsburg. They have a huge like Volkswagen land,
Oh, man.
and you can get Volkswagen sausages there, which are apparently delicious.
Do they serve them in like baskets of sausages or?
It's not a sausage
No,
basket,
not,
really.
not per se.
No. But I think if you have a birthday, though, they will have a sausage party for you there
Cool.
at the VW plant.
This is
They probably don't call them sausages. They probably call them Wieners.
Wiener party.
Der Wiener Schnitzel. Yes.
And they have the world's first car vending machine, and it's humongous, way bigger than the CarMax ones.
So like one of those claws that comes down and grabs it. And
Yeah, you've seen those commercials where you don't want to be like your dad, or like, don't be like your parents if you're a homeowner or whatever, and you turn into your parents.
Yeah.
I realized I had turned into my parents, and I've done this 3 or 4 times in the past few months, so I think I'm finally getting old. I was at the Volkswagen dealership looking at cars and stuff, and this young guy, I mean, everybody's young now, but he's like, telling me about the car and how awesome it is. And in his office, he's got this picture. It's like an aerial view of this vending machine, all the cars all the way down. And I'm like, hey, I bet you don't even know what that is, do you? No, I don't. Well, that's the vending machine that you'll find in Wolfsburg, Germany, let me tell you. And do you know they have sausages there? They have It's the only place in the world you'll get a Volkswagen sausage. Really, sir? I had no idea.
Did you buy a car?
Yeah, I did buy a car.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I came back 3 times and I ended up buying a car, but after I said it, immediately after I said it, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I telling this guy this? He just wants to sell a car. He doesn't. He's pretending to be interested in everything I say.
you needed that coach there to go, okay, you're here to buy a car.
Right.
And not
right.
to explain
That's
the picture.
That's funny.
Man.
Okay, well, there's our podcast. We'll have a topic next week. We're just not sure what it is yet. But I'm rooting for the 80s.
I think
Let's
so.
do that.
80s bands,
That might
that's
be
pretty
fun.
good. Yeah. Concerts you've been to.
Yeah.
Way before my time, but it's okay.
Did you see all the things we're on, too? All the different outlets that you can watch our
I did.
podcast
Saw
on? Apple, Spotify, iHeart.
Having nightmares.
It's a little
Listen.
frightening. Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
I hope nobody Googles Gar Williams.
The Williams Brothers Podcast is made possible by a grant from the Saunce Group. Do something good every chance you get. And by the Williams Foundation. The theme song is 5 Card Shuffle by Kevin MacLeod.
Yeah, I'm not going to say we are getting old, but one of us, I can't remember who, sent a their favorite new app. Hey, this is the most awesome app you ever saw, like this past weekend.
I'm just telling you, I know it sounds hokey, but my son-in-law and daughter sit on their back porch and drink coffee in the morning, and there are all these birds, and so he said, God, I wonder if we can figure out what kind of bird that is, and he stumbled upon this thing. And this is like the coolest app ever. So literally, you guys laugh. Okay, fine.
No. I'm
Literally,
just laughing at something
you
else.
can
Think
sit
of
on your
another
back
thing.
porch and you can, using your phone, you can just record and it'll say, oh, that's a red cardinal. Oh, that's a, something, something blackbird. Oh, that's a something, something mockingbird. And then there are a bunch of pre-staged calls that they've recorded. And so you can actually...
you can talk to the bird.
Yes! Yes. So I actually did this. There was a cardinal in the backyard. So I started doing the cardinal call. It was driving it crazy, man. It was like dive bombing us, trying to figure out how to get to us. It was hilarious. It was
That's
great.
awesome.